Well, hello. For this short video, as we talk about leading your team in a rapidly changing environment where sometimes it may be unpredictable, it may be real challenging, things may come out of the side show out here that you would have never expected, and you got to be ready for those kind of things. Today, in this short video, I want to bring out one definition, one word that if you apply it to a 50-year-old academic mindset, it could limit your success in this kind of an environment. And it's simply this word. It's the word standardized or standardization. Let me ask you, how do you define in your team and where you are right now, how do you define standardization? Let me give you an idea. If you go back to that, most people in organizations today consider standardization to be, we do it the same way all the time. That doesn't quite so much work in today's society. Now, I will say this, if your organization is a manufacturing organization where you have assembly lines and there's robotics to some of that make it more efficient, guess what? Yes, that is going to be an application where it has to be kind of the same way every time. But things can change. I know a number of years ago, a lot of manufacturing companies actually decided to move their QA observations to the front of the line to assess the materials going into it were high quality before the process ever started. In those kind of companies, in those kind of operations, yes, making sure you do it kind of the same way generally kind of works. But here's the thing that a lot of people today do not understand. And it's this simple idea that if you have a training organization or a services organization or an organization that is supposed to put out a service or perhaps a financial product or coaching or anything like that, guess what? You can't just depend on doing it the same way every time, because if you are forced to do it the same way every time, what happens is people just kind of subconsciously shut their brain off and they reduce the factors that they see, and they just, this is the way we're supposed to do it, so this is the way we'll do it. In today's rapidly changing world, this organizational maneuverability concept, we got to rethink how we define standardization. So let me ask you, on what basis do you define standardization for your team? If you're defining it on how you do everything, that may not be getting you where you want to be, because you deal with a lot of different clients, you deal with different cultures, different generations, a lot of stuff, okay? You deal with a lot of different people that have different aspects that they're working on, and you got to be able to shift to do that with it. Let me challenge you to think this way. If you're dealing with a services project or a services company or something like that, or a training company, it's not about just doing it the same way every way, because you may be just mediocre results. Do your people have the ability to connect with a client at the point of attack to bring top level quality to the game? And what I would challenge you to do in light of this is to just take it from the standpoint that if you're talking about a training organization or services organization, something other than an assembly line, think in terms of this. Base the standardized on the fact that your clients get a standardized level of quality in what they're doing. And that may mean that the people at the point of attack that are connecting with the client have to be able to think differently, to apply differently, see things they didn't see before. This might also cause your teams to rethink how they do communication, how they connect, how they enhance that synergy within your team and work together on this. There might be all of those kind of aspects involved. But very simply, keep this in mind, and just the central thread again is this aspect of standardization. On what do you base that definition in your company? And is it what you need to do? I leave that with you for this week.